Hi everyone, it's Sue with Ully Cat's Designs and Ully Cat's World blog, and I'm here today with a process video for Craft Roulette episode 294. The parameters for this week were an A2 card project, holiday colors, the element is from the mountains, and random is fancy paper. I'm going to start by saying we're going to be doing an abominable snowman card. He'll be from the mountains, and blue and white is going to be the theme for this card. So that's winter holiday colors. And the fancy paper we're actually going to make ourselves. From Karen Burniston's newest release, we're going to be using the word die Roar, the playful monster add-ons, specifically this mouth, the eyes, and the hands. We're going to be using the playful pop-up, the stamp set called Monster Sayings. Specifically, we're going to use the Hope Your Birthday is Wild. I'm using the greeting labels to cut out specifically this double-stitched oval and then this large oval. To make our card, we're going to use the rectangles crosshatch, and I'm going to be using the largest die from that. And the way we're making our card base is I folded an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper pretty much in half, and then over the fold I've left off one corner of it and cut out so that we could get our diagonal top fold. So it's a little different, but when we put this card together, you'll see why I'm doing it that way. And then we're going to be making our special paper. Now, I've already gone ahead and embossed using a pattern plate die. You can see it just looks like this. When you put your cutting die inside an embossing sandwich, now this is a sandwich plate for my small machine, but it's usually has like a rubber or silicone rubber mat and then a special embossing plate. And you would put the die face up, you'd put your paper on there, then you put this on and run it through. And that's how you get the embossed, but not the cut. Now, if you don't have the embossing mat, you could just die cut another layer. And if I were going to do that, I might do it out of some blue or blue glitter paper. But I like to emboss just because it gives a fun texture. So there's our two front and back. This cardstock is 65-pound weight, so it's pretty thin, and it's for what we're going to do. I need something a little sturdier. So I'm going to put glue on the back of our card base. Press that down from the front side, and I can see because I colored my embossed paper with a glitter marker, which looks like that, and a lot of that glitter mica is coming off on my hands. I'm going to put a weight on that and let it dry. And I should mention, when I did my embossing, I took my mister, and this one's a Spellbinders, which I find to have the finest mist that I've used, but just give it like a real like squirt way back here and put the card and kind of bring it in. So it's just moist, just even, I hate to even say moist, but it captures some of those water particles. You want to do that before you actually put it in the embossing plate. With the back piece glued on, I cut off the corner edge. I saved that piece, and once I glued on the front panel, I glued that piece back on. But you have to cut that piece off so that you can get the movement from the front of the card. Now to work on our abominable monster. So from the playful pop-up set, I've cut the base piece from white, and again, this is 65-pound weight cardstock. Now normally there's a swing arm that comes out through here and either has a tongue or a tooth or something that will move, and also another arm out this way. But for this one, we're not going to put that arm in. Our movement is going to come from the arms popping out. You'll see more as we put it together. So there's what I call the face plate. It's normally a square. It's just slightly smaller than this piece here. But I've cut off the top and the bottom corners to make it a more oval shape. So we're going to glue it on, just matching up what I call the smile. So we're just matching up that way and that way. And I have a scrap piece that I am going to glue onto the back to close that mouthpiece off, but also to add a little support. And then the set cuts out arms, and I actually just cut out the extra hands and glued those on to the white piece. As we know, there's usually a big tongue in the Abominable Snowman. So I cut the black mouthpiece, again in red, this time so we can get a tongue from it. To install our pop-up mechanism, I'm going to show you using some colored cardstock so you can see it a little better. I've glued the first tab in, and I just lined it up with the fold and glued it in like that. To glue the second tab, I'm going to put glue just on that part. We'll lay it all flat, and we'll push the back flat. And we'll make sure that we give it enough time for the glue to set up. And then with this all the way out, that's the easiest way to add the arms. And I'm going to take my glitter gloss brush, and here's our finished card for Craft Roulette episode 294. It's an A2, so that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It has winter holiday colors, and our From the Mountain element is the Abominable Snowman. And we made our own fancy paper by embossing and then using a glitter marker to add extra sparkle. Our envelope says, "Growl you doin'," as in how you doing. Definitely a roar. And hope your birthday is wild. And that's just a happy Abominable Snowman. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you got some inspiration and you got a sneak peek at some of the new Karen Berniston release. She will start taking orders on Monday, November the 24th. So enjoy, and we'll see you all next Friday when Craft Roulette is live again. Bye-bye.